Well, good morning. I'm Benita Ransom, the Human Resources and Merit System Director. And today we come to acknowledge the graduates of the Bright Futures Leadership Development Program. These graduates represent the fourth class, and to let them tell it, they are the best class ever. Am I right? Well, I'm going to decide that today the fourth class is the best class ever. For the last 7 months, they have embarked on a journey with HR and UGA to enhance their skills as they work to become future managers and executives. The program gave them insight in terms of how county government functions, and let them learn how departments are interrelated and how they must work together to achieve the CEO's priorities and to meet the expectations of our taxpayers and the citizens. I must say that these graduates have worked diligently. In fact, I can say they've worked hard. They've worked very hard on the work sessions that they had to attend, to research the projects that were assigned. They worked hard to accept the feedback from the 360 assessment. You know, it's not always good to learn about yourself. They also had to accept the feedback from their colleagues and the facilitators. But during all of this, they still found time to forge lasting relationships. They found time to make connections that will help them to learn how to navigate the bureaucracy. They also found time to gain what I consider to be invaluable knowledge, which should help them to become very successful professionals at DeKalb County. So to the graduates, I just want to take a moment to say, DeKalb County has invested in each of you. Thanks to the support of CEO Michael Thurman, the Board of Commissioners who have continued to support this leadership program, and let's give them a round of applause for doing that. Through their support, they've made a decision to grow the talent within DeKalb County. You know, it's always easier to go outside and bring people in to fill our leadership role. But thanks to the CEO and the Board of Commissioners, they've made a decision that we're going to start by taking care of our own first and developing our talent so that as these vacancies become available, we have people to consider in-house first. So please, let's give them another round of applause for doing that. Graduates, the seeds have been planted, so I ask you to continue to nourish your experiences and your professional growth. The county's vision is for you to become an engaged public servant. The vision is for you to take this investment and help your department to be successful, to help your department to be effective and efficient in delivering its services. And remember one thing, that it takes all of us working together for DeKalb County to rise. It won't happen unless we're willing to work together. So graduates, now that you've reached the finish line, I'm here to say that I hope the experience has been value added. We have a number of graduates in the audience here today, and I want to ask them to stand, who have demonstrated what this program can do for a career. So would you please stand? I'm going to ask this fourth grade class to, during the lunchtime, spend time to talk to these graduates. They would tell you how being a part of this program helped them to go to the next level here at DeKalb County. I also want to take a moment to thank our facilitators, Nancy Farage and Mickey Carter. They did an awesome job, so let's give them a round of applause. Don't want to forget the 23 department heads who took time to allow the graduates to participate in this program and who supported them. Some of them wrote some great letters of recommendation, so let's give those 23 department heads a round of applause. There was also the capstone committee, and I think Dale is here. He served on this committee. It was a number of executives who came together to come up with a list of projects for the graduates to research and to work on that could be of benefit to DeKalb County. So Dale, we thank you and the other capstone members for their assistance. And last but not least is the 13 emerging executives and the 27 managers who are presented here today. So would you all please give yourselves a round of applause. 13 emerging executives and 27 aspiring managers. Now I want to bring up Nancy Farage. She was the facilitator from UGA Carl Vinson Institute. But I just want to take a moment just to tell you a lot about Nancy. Nancy has been with the Carl Vinson Institute since 2012. Her focus has been on teaching workshops around the state, local governments like DeKalb County. She also is very experienced in training people like us on leadership, succeeding as a supervisor, organizational excellence, customer service, mediation and negotiation, and delivering a powerful presentation. So I'm going to make sure that I attend Nancy's class next time she has one on presenting. Nancy is also an instructor at Mercer University. She holds a master's degree in business and finance, as well as in education. And I don't know how she does it, but she also manages to find time to play golf, the piano, cooking, and taking care of her family. So Nancy is a superwoman. So I give you Nancy Farage. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Benita. It is so good to be here today, and thank you for asking me to help facilitate this exciting day. Are you excited that you're here today? I know. We recognize so many individuals here, but I did want to ask, Benita, do we have any families of our graduates here today? Any family members? Could you stand for us, please? We want to recognize you as well. Thank you. Thank you, Benita. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate your support so much. There are three things that I wanted to emphasize this morning to kick off our program today that I think really, when I reflect back on what I saw and how this class developed, stand out to me. Number one is how I want you to acknowledge that someone nominated you to be in this class. That's a big deal. Someone saw something in you, graduates, that they wanted to recognize and expand and grow. Number two, they recognized that you were truly a servant leader. And servant leader in a public service is, to me, it's a calling. So you stood above the crowd in that regard as well. And number three, I wanted to just share with you some of the steps that you could take to continue this journey. John Maxwell says that leadership is not a title. Leadership is influence. And when you think of the difficult situations that you have to encounter every day, the way you have to go through your list of to-dos, hiring, working through strategic management, looking at budget, all of the things that comprise your day. When you look at that and you realize that how people work with you, your ability to work with others, your influence on others is truly what great leadership is all about. Even going down to how you learn to delegate, which is very difficult for a lot of us. We were really good at our job, and someone put us into management. And now we're asked to let go of that and to delegate it to someone, and for a lot of us, that's hard to do. But learning how to delegate, learning how to hold people accountable in delegation, something that we talked about extensively in our class. Looking at servant leadership, the great Martin Luther King, on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., his famous speech, "I Have a Dream," talked about how to uplift and rise above, as Benita said, to bring teams together, to help them help you share in your vision. So I ask you to take every opportunity that you can to speak in public meetings, community events, church events. Represent DeKalb County. Be the model. Be the servant leader. And lastly, we were asked how can we continue this journey. It's interesting, as we studied the different programs that we went through, leadership really isn't about personality. We all have very different and unique personalities. But leadership is about a learnable set of skills and a constant commitment to growth and learning. So again, if you continue with these steps, continue to network, remember the most valuable asset you have are the people in this room. To continue to reach out to them, make it an objective of yours. Put it on your calendar. When you are confronted with the situation, bring others in for advice and consultation before you react. Don't work in silos. That's one of the valuable takeaways you can get from this amazing program. You can be more effective if you step back and let others take the credit. And that's what great leaders do. And finally, the secret to success, which a lot of the training that we do, we get asked all the time, what is the secret to great leadership? It's really very simple. Love what you do. I can't imagine getting up every day and going to work and not being excited about what I do. So never lose that passion, because when you love what you do, it shows in everything that you touch. It shows in every conversation that you have. I really believe, and there is some proof to this, that leadership is not an affair of the head. It's an affair of the heart. So my wish to you, graduating class, is that you model the way. Model the way for your county. Represent them in every aspect that you can, and continue to grow with the vision and the mission of DeKalb County. How exciting is that? Thank you so much. Thank you. We would also like to recognize at this time Commissioner Jeff Rader, Presiding Officer, Board of Commissioners. Commissioner, would you stand, please? Would you stand? Thank you so much. Thank you. I did want to share with you, and for the family that are attending, just a very quick overview of some of the classes that our graduates went through to achieve their status today. We started in April, back in April, and we had 2 sessions a month since April. Our first session, we did a personality assessment, and as Benita mentioned, they had a coach that would look at their assessment and coach them on areas that they needed to improve on in order to become better leaders. So it was very personal, very direct. That information did not go to HR. It was confidential with University of Georgia and the participant. Then we had another class session on communication and diversity, how to communicate more effectively, and what active listening is. We're all pretty good at talking, but sometimes we're not real good at active listening. We went through leading as a manager. We looked at traditional styles of leading, and we asked that the participants ask other people that they work with to actually give them feedback on how are they as a leader? How are they perceived as a leader? Human Resources went through some of the basics of HR and DeKalb County government. And then we walked into effective interpersonal communication and public speaking skills. And I wanted to also recognize Mickey. Mickey, could you stand up? Thank you so much for contributing as one of our instructors. Everyone loves you so much. We had effective interpersonal communication and how to give an effective public presentation, how to get rid of the jitters and get exciting about talking and learning what your audience is looking for. We had several sessions on strategic planning and development, looking at what the mission and vision is of DeKalb County, and are we in alignment with that? And how do we drive our teams to constantly be cognizant of the mission and vision and how we are in alignment with the county's mission and vision? And then the one that is so interesting is change management. How do we adapt to change? How do our teams adapt to change? How difficult is it for us to let go and to delegate and to hold those accountable? And by the way, in between all of that, we had site visits to the medical examiner's office, to Grady Hospital, the sheriff's office, fire rescue and police, special vehicle units. We did some training on performance planning and team development, how to build effective teams. And then we went into session 9 and we spoke extensively about servant leadership and how to handle conflict and motivation of our teams. We went to the water treatment plant and also spent some time on working on our presentations, which we're going to present our winner today to you on that. So we had a lot of work ahead of us. And I want to acknowledge all of you once again for your dedication and hard work. And I am so excited to see what happens next. Model the way. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So if we could, we have the invocation by Pastor McCoy. Pastor McCoy, Word of Life Christian Church. Pastor.
Good morning, everyone. Henry David Thoreau said that success often comes to those who are too busy to look forward. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Instead, go where there is no path and leave a trail." Finally, my dear fraternity brother, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stated that life's most persistent and urging question is, what are you doing for others? It is these words that bring us to this thought where we are today. What we're doing as leaders, preparation for success, is not for ourselves, but it's for somebody else. Let us pray. Most gracious, wise, and eternal God, we thank you for this opportunity to be here today. Understanding that we stand on the backs of many giants who have come before us. We are those who seek to build bridges that someone may come behind us and achieve the success that they someday dream of getting to. We thank you for these dedicated leaders who have decided to dedicate their time, their talent, oh God, their treasure to being able to become better leaders so that we may become better servants to this county, to this government, and to its residents. Now we pray that you bless the food that we will receive and allow this to be a wonderful occasion where we not just celebrate the wonderful accomplishments, but where we understand that you are empowering us to become greater servants, to rise to the occasion that we need to see happen in our lives and in the lives of so many others. We give you praise, glory, and honor, and we celebrate you in all things. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
And I'd like to introduce Terry Bell, who is the IS manager in the Sheriff's Office, and she's going to give you the program recap for the projects that were under the umbrella of the aspiring managers, the ones that they worked on. Please help me welcome Terry.
Good afternoon. The 2019 Bright Futures Leadership Program Aspiring Managers, yes, all 27 of us, would like to thank you all for sharing in our special occasion today. We also want to recognize and thank the collaborative efforts of the CEO's office, the COO's office, Human Resources Development, and of course, UGA's Carl Vinson Institute, which allowed us the opportunity to represent the county in this program. I'm proud to give the reflections on behalf of the 2019 Aspiring Managers, but I couldn't do it without them. After reaching out to my teammates, you will hear in these reflections some of the memorable moments, including my remarks today. I am thankful for the opportunity to be a member of the 2019 Bright Futures class. The access to our diverse group of county employees joined on a combined platform provided unmeasurable tools that would undoubtedly assist my professional growth within DeKalb. During this experience, I've gained access to lifelong colleagues, in addition to grasping and understanding the interworkings of the county government. And that was submitted and stated by Muzette Hill, who is the Youth Services Coordinator, DeKalb County Human Services Department. Mandy Finch, Youth Services Librarian for DeKalb County Library, stated, "This has been a very memorable and personal experience for me, and the knowledge I have gained will extend far beyond graduation day. Thank you, Bright Futures." Here's another. My Bright Futures experience was filled with knowledge and information that will help me prepare for my next role as a leader. The networking opportunity was invaluable, and what I've learned about other divisions within the county will assist me in providing the best service possible for our residents. And this was wonderfully reflected by Adrian Ziad, Master Firefighter, background in recruitment, DeKalb County Fire Rescue. I agree with all of those sentiments because we had to balance quite a few things: our schedules, coursework, which included homework, long hours with each other, and of course, that yielded projects, presentations, and a whole lot of collaboration going on. Our classes were held at locations such as DeKalb County Fire Rescue Headquarters, DeKalb County Historical Courthouse, and this beautiful facility, which all have had an educational component. But my own reflection expounds on the opportunity to tour DeKalb County departments, facilities, and offices. The experience was pretty amazing, putting all assumptions aside while learning factually the services that were provided to our citizens here in DeKalb County. So yes, we all took a day to spend a day in the life of our other members as aspiring managers and emerging executives. Some of our site tours included the water treatment facility, Arabia Mountain, Grady Memorial Hospital, and of course, I would say it, DeKalb County Sheriff's Office and Jail Facility. And as Tavares Powell, CMOM, Coordinator Assistant of Department of Watershed Management, shared, the program networking was a benefactor from onset. We have gained a fellowship with each other, and it will help us to be an added value to DeKalb. So the realization that a tree has many branches proved itself. We didn't know that we had subliminal goals, but we all moved towards taking the abstract and making it a reality. So we are proud to be the class of 2019 expiring managers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Terry. And now I'd like to introduce the representative for Emerging Executives, Tara Simpkins, Engineer and Senior Roads and Drainage. Terrence.
All right, good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Now, I know it's after lunch now, but nobody's going to go to sleep on me, or I will insert your name into the speech I'm about to give, okay? So nobody's going to sleep on me. Good afternoon. CEO Michael Thurman, Board of Commissioners, COO Zach Williams, COO Ted Reinhardt, HR Director Benita Ransom, Department Directors, UGA Carl Vinson Institute of Government faculty, and DeKalb stakeholders. On behalf of the 2019 Emerging Executives class, we want to thank you all for your contributions to the Bright Futures Leadership Development Program and your investment in our potential career advancement here in DeKalb County government. Although members of our class work in various departments with different job responsibilities, we all share love for DeKalb County's community, its citizens, and have a passion for public service. The Bright Futures Leadership Development Program presented us the opportunity to learn on a grassroots level the qualities that make a good leader and what is expected of leaders in the public sector. Sessions on servant leadership, communications, diversity, and strategic planning, to name a few, gave us the tools needed to better support our department heads and develop our leadership skills, all while furthering the DeKalb County's mission of making the priorities of the citizens the priorities of the DeKalb government. The program highlights leadership development as its purpose, but it is so much more. One of the major tools gained from this program are the invaluable intradepartmental relationships established during this course. These relationships will foster a culture of collaboration, which will improve efficiency amongst county departments. The networking component will prove invaluable when handling issues that require resolutions which involve 2 or more county departments. DeKalb County has always been a destination for people seeking a higher quality of life. Though we are not without our challenges, as are many other counties, what makes us unique is our ability to meet those challenges head on with the right resources to include our talent. Through this program, we are equipping future department leadership with the tools to see DeKalb County's big picture. This will ensure that DeKalb County's future will be brighter than ever. And on that note, can all of my emerging executives classmates raise their hand? Just to be recognized. On that note, the 2019 Emerging Executives class commits to giving the DeKalb County citizens a huge return on their investment. Thank you.
So let's go ahead and hear our presentation. We're so excited. Our project experience and recap of group number 1, the presentation from our team who won first place, Park It Like It's Hot. Please help me welcome them.
Duke Ellington, one of the greatest jazz composers of all time, once said, "A problem is the best chance to do your best." The Parking Like It's Hot team took an opportunity to do our very best in coming up with solutions to solve DeKalb County's parking problem, which I'm so nervous, y'all. With the pressure of Mr. Thurman saying that he helped to write this, and y'all know that Mr. Thurman is one of the best speakers, okay? So let me start over, okay? Duke Ellington, which is one of the greatest jazz composers of all times, once said that a problem is the chance to do your best. The Parking Like It's Hot team took an opportunity to do our very best to come up with solutions to help DeKalb County ease parking. Our parking situation currently can be described as broken, disjointed, and simply frustrating. As aspiring managers in DeKalb County's Bright Futures program, my colleagues and I were assigned the task of finding solutions to one of DeKalb County's most pressing problems, parking. Let's take a look.
I wonder where Mandy's at.
I don't know. That's not like Mandy at all. So you don't think I should give her a call? Yeah.
Hello?
Mandy?
Where are you? I am so sorry. I am still trying to find a place to park in this deck. This is crazy.
You stuck in the parking deck. Okay, we're right here. We'll wait for you.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay, bye.
Parking is crazy.
There you are.
I am sorry. Parking is terrible here.
Oh, we're already let's just go ahead. We'll talk about it later. Yeah. We're just gonna go ahead and just finish up the meeting and everything will be fine.
It's okay. We're going to make the meeting.
I am so sorry, y'all. I just spent 35 minutes in the parking deck.
Wow, you should really look at the reserved parking option. It's really easy to use and it guarantees you parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That is perfect.
I gotta figure out something.
I know, and I really like that program, but DeKalb County also offers wellness points to employees that park a little further out. I know it won't help you now, but something to think about.
Thank you.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm open to suggestions. How do you deal with this parking craziness?
You know, I use MARTA. That's also an excellent option. And the county offers us discounted MARTA cards for using MARTA. So think about that next time.
Thank you.
So I'm one of the lucky ones. I get to work from home on Tuesdays. Maybe you should talk to your boss and see if you have that option.
That sounds like a great idea. I'll be talking to my boss about that as soon as I can.
All right, that'll be a good idea. All right, okay.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Another option you can use is open space parking app. You can go online and see how many spaces are open on each level of the parking deck.
What? That sounds amazing. I will
Yeah,
definitely be checking that out.
You should definitely use that every time you come to the parking deck.
I think I will.
And there you have it, Bright Futures. We hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to park it like it's hot.
So the purpose of our project was to provide innovative solutions that ease parking overcrowding, but also provide ideas to generate additional revenue for DeKalb County. Our research revealed that just in the downtown Decatur campus alone, that there's nearly 1,200 employees and jurors looking for parking on any given weekday, leaving only 100 spaces available for the public. Our team took a phased approach, or an now or later philosophy, in providing short-term and long-term solutions that included offering free off-site parking for jurors and free shuttle service, creating a reserved first-come, first-served employee parking program, partnering with the Georgia Commutes option to offer various incentives such as the cash out, providing generous wellness incentives, developing a marketing program, and also increasing the parking rate. Now, the Georgia Commute options, they're focused on clearing parking spaces, protecting the environment, and easing the commute. And so they offered several free incentives, including a $25 monthly giveaway, gift cards, gas cards, and a $5 daily incentive just for switching to a clean commute. This program right here, the county has already started to explore, but we recommended implementing it as a short-term solution. The next short-term solution that we came up with was generating wellness incentives, a very generous wellness incentive program. And so what that meant was incentivizing employees who decided to park away from the immediate downtown Decatur area or Memorial Drive. Those employees would be eligible for wellness points and wouldn't have to do those certain things that we have to do to get the 500 points, you know. And also this program would be managed by the Human Resources Department, and they would determine the employee eligibility and the incentive structure. Another recommendation that we came up with was developing a marketing program to identify and secure marketing opportunities for county facilities, including the parking lots. So the revenue generated from these parking structures would be used to improve infrastructure and wayfinding signage. Our research revealed that a similar program in the city of San Diego has generated $27 million in additional revenue. And lastly, our team came up with the solution of increasing our tiered parking rate and also charging for overnight and weekend parking. These enhancements combined would give the county additional almost $1 million in revenue annually. So in summary, my team members behind me, and they're going to introduce themselves in a second, we came up with 6 innovative parking solutions and 2 revenue-generating ideas to help the county do its best in solving our parking solutions. Thank you. And at this time, I'd like to let my team members introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Angela Hall, and I work in the Human Resources Department.
Good afternoon, Princess Starr, work in finance, risk management, employee benefits.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chastity Rogers, and I'm with the DeKalb District Attorney's Office.
Good afternoon. I'm David Ford. I work in facilities management.
Finch. I work for the DeKalb County Public Library. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, Mandy, and the other team members. Let me just say, our CEO, Michael Thurman, needs no introduction, but I still have the honor and the pleasure of just saying a few words about the CEO. Earlier today, I mentioned, Mr. CEO, that this program is only possible because of your continued support of this leadership program. You believe that employees are the greatest asset to the organization. And if you have happy employees who are well compensated, well trained, then that should translate into effective service delivery. Am I right? Yes. So let's give the CEO a round of applause. For every year that he's been here, he's made sure that our pay remains competitive with the market. And the other thing that I love about this CEO is that he listens. He listens to all employees, not just the people in the suits, but just the people who are in the trenches, because he says that they're the ones who have the solutions to a lot of our problems. And so, Mr. CEO, on behalf of all of them, I say thank you for being a servant leader by starting with the people who really make the difference. And those are not always the ones in this room, but the ones who are out there keeping things going and will help to make DeKalb rise. Thank you.
Good afternoon. First of all, thank you, Ms. Ransom, for the kind words of introduction and for your leadership of our Human Resources Department. Our most valuable asset are the people who come and work with us every day, and that's you. So let's give yourselves and her and the Human Resources Department a round of applause. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank the Institute of Government. Where's Nancy? Where did she go? Let's give her a round. Thank you so much, the Institute of Government. Y'all know I've had a lot of jobs. I was a staff member. I was a professor over at the Institute of Government. It's hard for some folk to keep a good job, I understand. But I was there, so say hello to all of my friends, Ms. Meadows and others, and thank you so much for your support. Great day. Let's give our team, TT was still on the team. She's not here today, right? So let's give the team a round of applause. Thank you so much. Mandy, thank you. Mandy, you were the star of that video, so thank you. And I was kidding. I didn't help write it, but I have to sit every day and let Suzanne debrief me on what you all did the day before. And so I've been going through this how many months? I like, Suzanne, I got press releases I need written, and she wants to talk about bright futures, so that's all right. But that's good. But you all did a great job, and thank you so much. And thank you for all you do on behalf of DeKalb County. The fact that you were selected to participate in the Bright Futures is an indication that you've already demonstrated a high level of dedication, competence, talent, and expertise on the jobs that you hold. And that's important. You're not here because you have potential. You're here because you've already demonstrated that you have what it takes to hold leadership positions in DeKalb or in any other organization you intend or seek to follow. I see Zach Williams, our COO. Thank you so much for your day-to-day leadership direction. Y'all give Zach a hand, because he's the guy, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. And I'll start with this, because you all are leaders, and you're moving up through the hierarchy, through the bureaucracy. You're becoming assistant managers and supervisors, all those things, and that is so important. And your presence here today is recognition of that. But, and I think Ms. Ransom alluded to it, and I want to share it with you. The key to your success, quite frankly, will not be, it's important how you react with the people in this room. But the men and women who will determine your ultimate success, quite frankly, are not in this room today. They're the men and women who on the cold days, the hot days, the rainy days, the snowy days are out there in the trenches, cleaning up the sewer spills, bumping the curves, mowing the right-of-way, checking out the books, the people on the front lines, cleaning the bathrooms, cleaning the hallways. Those are the people who will ultimately determine your success or failure, not just in this job, but also in life. I'm proud that we've continued, and I'm working on the budget right now, continue to provide salary and compensation increases. We got another one coming. We're trying to figure how much. Y'all, come on now. All right, we got another one coming. Trying to figure how much. But I'll start with this. Let me tell you what I'm most proud of. The thing I'm most proud of when I look back over my career here in DeKalb County is that we established a $15 an hour minimum wage for all employees. I'm just telling you. That's what I'm most proud of. Because that sends a message that there are no big I's and little U's, that we are all important, that we all have a role to play, and that only by all of us working together, facing the challenges, but also sharing in the benefits and the bounty, will we become the organization that we seek to be. DeKalb is rising. I'm just telling you, I was at Leadership DeKalb last night, and I'm here today, and I feel a totally different spirit in this county. And it's not about government, it's something bigger going on, and you're lucky sometimes when you realize that I'm a part of something much bigger than myself. There is a spirit. It's a spirit of cooperation, a spirit of hope, a spirit of trust, a spirit of transparency and honesty. DeKalb is rising, and it will continue to rise as long as you continue to lead and to inspire, and more importantly, to be public servants to the people of this county and to our state. So thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, CEO Thurman. I'm so proud that his history is Carl Vinson in Athens, Georgia. I'd say come on back, but I know that's not going to happen, so they would never let that happen. They would never let that happen. Okay, so we are going to move on, Fabian, to the remarks from COO Zach Williams. Is that correct? Okay. Please help me welcome Zach Williams.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One thing you never want to do is go after CEO Thurman, because obviously he's the master, you know. Again, commending the Park It Like It's Hot team, and I did like the little snoop in the background. I heard that. I don't know if you guys caught it. So, you know, yeah, exactly. I'm going to drop it like it's warm. but I don't know if I can get it back up if I drop it. So, so again, and the CEO said everything that needs to be said about where we are. You know, DeKalb County is on an interesting trajectory right now, right? And that trajectory is up. And it's not just in DeKalb County government. And thanks to not only the leadership of CEO Thurman, but thanks to each of you. And thanks to a lot of the folks who, you know, you may not know their names necessarily, but when it's cold, you know, when they have to catch that pipe because it busted at 2 in the morning, okay? Or when they have to get the trash and it's kind of icy and windy, or they have that code complaint that they've gone out for the 10th time and they just can't get it resolved, but they really want to address the issue. Those are the folks day in and day out who are making a difference, who are helping DeKalb County rise. And the one characteristic I like about each of those folks that I'm talking about and each of us in this room is if we show up, if we work hard, and if we tell the truth, we're unstoppable, okay? We can be that team that, you know, folks, you know, not just in the metro area, not just the Southeast United States, but throughout the nation, they can look to, what are they doing in DeKalb? I hear those guys are about the business. We want to be like DeKalb. And that's what we're aspiring to do, and I think as a government, as DeKalb County government, we are going to be instrumental in changing the mindsets of those not only 750,000 residents of DeKalb County, but those folks throughout, you know, throughout Georgia, throughout the Southeast. Okay? One of the things I want to ask each of you is to continue to demonstrate that you care. If I would have any, I don't know if you call it a secret, I've been very blessed throughout my career and leadership opportunities. And I'd say there's probably a number of things. Show up, work hard, tell the truth. Be resourceful, you know, make these connections that you have in organizations or in classes like this, and care. When you're tired and you don't feel like coming in, care. Get up, come to work. When you're dealing with that citizen on the other end of the line and it's frustrating and you really, you know, really? Care. Put yourself in their shoes, okay? What if that's your mother on the other end of the line? How would you want her to be treated? And so if we behave in a way that demonstrates that we care, you know, so say there's a couple hundred employees in here, there's 6,300 other employees throughout the organization, they will begin to, you know, do the same thing, you know, to catch fire. So again, I want to commend each of you for investing in yourself, because ultimately you're investing in DeKalb County. And see, this is a note, either it's don't use any Flavor Flav quotes. I wasn't going to do Flavor. Yeah, you see my literary, I got Snoop and I got flavor. So, yes, I will thank the OED team for coordinating this event, Ashley Swan, Karen Grant, Jamie Mock, and other HR staff. Fabian. Oh, I just call her Fabian. And Benita, you guys have done a great job over the past several years putting this together. Give them a round of applause. And again, I just want to kind of wrap it up. Thank you guys for investing in yourself. You know, it's through your development that DeKalb County is only going to get better. Appreciate you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I got a tough act to follow, but I'll try my best. So I'm Ashley Swan. I'm in the Human Resources Department, and I work on the OED team, as you heard a little earlier. But my plan isn't to hold you guys long. I really appreciated the opportunity to get to know each and every one of you Bright Future students this year. You are no longer just my colleagues, but you're now my family. So hey, y'all. It's been an interesting and eventful journey, but you all did it without even breaking a sweat. So congratulations. I'm looking forward to seeing the amazing things that you do, not only for DeKalb, but wherever life takes you. So it's my honor and pleasure to announce the 2019 Bright Futures Leadership Development Program graduates. So can I have all the aspiring managers stand and come to this side of the room, please? All righty, first up we have Timothy Barnes. Well, y'all don't have to. You can go. You can if you want to get. Yeah, you'll notice that. All righty, Terry Bell. Martin Bennett. Brian Brewer. Mitchell Burley. Kenesha Collins. Omar Davis. Amanda Finch. David Ford. Suzanne Forte. Angela Hall. HR. Muzette Hill. L. Robert Ingram. Eurecia King. Lawrence McCoy Jr. Sonia McKinney. Next we have Titi Olabeji, but she couldn't be with us today for personal reasons. Tavares Powell. Anthony Rucker. Essen Saglam. Sarah Sellers. William Smith. Robert Stevens Jr. Stephen Taylor. Tommy Turner. And last but not least, we have Adrian Ziyad. Can I have all the emerging executives stand and go to this side of the room, please? All right, now we have the 2019 Emerging Executives. Araya. Tanza Clark. Elizabeth Costello. Jason Crawford. Gerald Freeman. Miss Lucky. LaShawn Reeves. Chastity Rogers. Terrence Simpkins. Demond Simpson. Princess Star. Shanika Terry. And finally, we have Latasha Williams. And can I get another round of applause for all of our 2019 Bright Futures Leadership Development Program graduates? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashley. We wanted to ask if our mentors could share some of their program experience highlights. And Fabian, I'm going to ask you, Fabian? Oh, Fabian, if you could come up and introduce that for us. Thank you.
Good afternoon. We're on the wind down, but hasn't it been a great day today? There's nothing like celebrating employees for an achievement they have so well deserved. So congratulations again, the class of 2019. Wanted to take an opportunity, as Nancy just shared, to highlight one of the important components of the program. We talk about the 10-week sessions, or the 10 sessions that the employees get a chance to go through and experience. We talk about the tours they get a chance to do, and all of the assessments they get a chance to do. But one of the things that we do give an opportunity beyond the programming, the classroom experience, is an opportunity for the graduates to partner, and some of you all may know it as mentoring, but to partner with other professionals in the field that they desire to increase their skills in or knowledge in. And we've had a select group of people here today that chose to further their educational component and wisdom component to partner with other people that we will have the opportunity to match them with after they complete the program. But before I go into the 2019 transition, I would like to welcome two people back from the 2018 program. I will have you all to come on up and join me. We call him T. Arthelius Purdue, who was a graduate of the 2018 Bright Futures program. And we also have with him his mentor, who is Mario Evans, who is the director over at the DeKalb Airport. When I read their story, I decided they would be the highlight of this segment, so I'm glad they accepted the challenge to come to the podium and speak. And of course, I gave T 3 minutes. No singing, no dancing, just 3 minutes. So let's welcome them to the podium.
Thank you, Fabian. That's going to be hard to do behind Zach trying to drop it like it's hot. But mentoring, it is a very worthwhile giving back program for executives like myself who do it on a personal level outside of work. And when I received the phone call to be a mentor to T, I could not turn it down. And so we had monthly conversations and phone calls and just talking about leadership and what do you do. And so I just want to give you a couple of things about leadership before you leave today. And I know being the last on the program today, everybody was ready to go, and I know it's been a long day. But leadership, and these are 12, this is a pyramid of success that I go by with John Wooden, who wrote this. It's the 12 lessons of leadership that everyone should embody these traits, especially in striving to be a great leader. Number one, be a team leader. Bring your A game every day and all day. The CEO always tells us, I just want you to work 8 hours, not 9 hours, but if you gave me a true 8 hours, you won't have to work 9 or 10. Be knowledgeable. Be confident. Bring good values. Good values attract good people. That's one of the things CEO always talks about is those values and changing the culture of DeKalb and what people used to say about DeKalb. I've been here 20 years now, and so we have to change that culture. The way I treat my staff, I will treat anyone in this room. I have an open door policy. Anyone can come in my office at any time, no matter where you are, if you're in my senior staff or even that guy that's out on the front lines, out on the airport. Call yourself a teacher and also a student. Be willing to listen. Emotion is your enemy. Remove that emotion from yourself when trying to make a difficult decision. Little things make big things happen. Make each day your masterpiece. The carrot is mightier than the stick. Make greatness attainable. So set your goals to where you can obtain those goals. And then what do? We raise that bar even higher. Seek significant change. Adversity is your asset. And last but not least, communication is key. We have to communicate. I have a senior staff meeting. We pass up, we pass down. Because I want to hear everything from all of my employees of what's going on in and around the airport. I empower them to make decisions, right, wrong, and different, because I'm not always there at the airport to make a decision. They're looking for me, I'm not there. I need them to make that decision. Right, wrong, and difference, we will discuss it, go over it, and if it was wrong, we will then talk about what we should have done at that time. So leaders must be motivated too. So how do we get motivated? Sometimes I have to go back and I'll listen to Dan Gilbert to get motivated when I'm by myself. Or if anybody knows E.T., Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, he motivates me. And so when I mentor to my football players, my baseball players, and basketball players, I have to get down to their level and give them something that they can relate to. And it's with a little hip hop music involved in it. But they are powerful messages. And sometimes you can go on YouTube and get them, and they're about 2 or 3 minutes. Sometimes they're 10 minutes. But there's a motivation because leaders need to be motivated as well. Sometimes we fall deep, and we just need a pickup sometimes. And who do we have? Sometimes, yes, we can lean on other executives or directors within the county, but sometimes, it's that personal inside of you that needs to be lifted. So I'll leave you with this. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. Thank you.
I don't know, that's kind of hard to come behind Mario with that. Thank you, Mario. First of all, I want to say good afternoon to the class of 2019. I want to say congratulations on a job well done. My name is Orthelis T. Perdue, and I am with the Department of Watershed Management. I had the great pleasure of being a part of the class of 2018. And I must say, we have some competition. Is Diamond Lewis anywhere around? Diamond, we just seen that great project by Suzanne and her group. What do you think? You think we got competition? Okay, all right. That's what I needed to hear. Thank you, Diamond. I know this program has been very challenging due to the fact that everyone had to still perform their day-to-day work duties. I want to let you know that the race is not yet over. The mentorship is a part of this program, and I've had the pleasure of being paired with Mr. Mario Evans, who is the director of Peachtree DeKalb Airport. During this experience, Director Evans has shown me what it takes to be a true leader. To be a true leader, your purpose should be to serve others. And now after this mentorship, I can honestly say it's not just about titles and salaries. Don't throw nothing at me, because I know a lot of people love titles and they love salaries. But it's not just about titles and salaries, because if you truly understand your purpose of serving, everything else will fall into place. Again, congratulations, class of 2019. Continue to have a service-driven purpose. Thank you.
Do we have any of our past mentors here from 2018? Will you please stand? All of those that served in that capacity. I see a few. John, Linda, anybody else in the room? Preston, Larry Jacobs. We want to say thank you for all that you did to support those that you joined with and partnered with to help them develop further within the county. So as you can see, thank you. So as you can see, participating in a mentoring program can help the mentee develop new skills, a larger network, and exposure beyond their imagination. For the mentor, it serves as a way to give back and a great learning experience for those that they can help along the way. So for our organization as DeKalb County, it is something that's value added. It is something that we can potentially use as a succession planning tool that can take us to the next level with inside talent. So we thank everybody that participate and contribute to that program. We right now would like to recognize all of those that made that important decision to take the next steps to be a part of a mentoring program from this particular class. So as I call your name, would you please stand and remain standing? LaShawn Reeves, Terrence Simpkins, Tanza Clark, Robert Stevens, Latasha Williams, Mitchell Burley, Sonia McKinney, Damon Simpson, Adrian Zayad, Musette Hill, Tim Burns, and Kanisha Collins. So let's give them for their courageous decision. Thank you for making that next step. We will be hosting a meet and greet with you and your mentors in January of 2020 so that you'll get more information about how they will partner with you. You'll get a chance to meet them and network with them at that time, and then you'll start building your relationship. So you can look forward to that component of the program. So thank you so very much. Well, wait a minute, I think I missed three. Araya. Brian Brewer, and Suzanne Forte. They also joined aboard, so thank you all for taking the next step. So as we are getting ready to conclude the program, I would like for all of the graduates to take one last stand so that we can recognize you and congratulate you on a job well done. Thank you so very much, and congratulations. We want to thank the department heads that came out and supported them during this entire journey of the 7 months. We know it was an intense 7 months, so we really appreciate all of the commitment. Now you can have them back for a while. And we would also like to thank any of the additional leadership that is in the room. I don't know if Zach is still here, but Zach Williams for coming out, CEO Thurman for coming out to speak with you today, and of course the support of Bonita Ransom, who is our Director of Human Resources, and we could not make this program possible without her support and leadership. So, is there anything you would like to say? Right? Okay. So safe travel home, and thank you again. Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot officially, now I can't do what the CEO just did, so safe travel back to work. And thanks again. We will be starting up the new leg of this program in 2020, and more details are to come, and so look forward to that if you're interested in participating. Thanks to DCTV for all of your support, and John Mataski for making this possible today. And Nancy, thank you for facilitating the program. We thank everybody. So have safe travel, and thanks for coming out. Thanks.